Hey guys, Chad Hoover. This week I'm in Guntersville, Alabama on the Big G looking for some big old bucket mouths in the 2019 KBF trail event.
Get up and put on the coffee. You know the sunlight won't last. Making my way to the country. I'm gonna catch a big old bass.
That is a spud. Yeah! Oh my God! Booyah! We're here. You guys want to know what my favorite thing about coming to Alabama is? Alabamians. Let's check out this redneck engineer right here. What's going on, man? I'm Chad. What's your name?
Mason.
Mason. Nice to meet you. What's yours?
Skyler.
Skyler.
Landon.
Landon. Where y'all from?
Alabama.
Oh, they're from Alabama, like home of the Roll Tide. Roll Tide. See, you can't even. That's how it works. Down here, when they say the blessing, they say Amen, and then they say Roll Tide. Am I right? Well, hey, y'all mind giving me a quick tour of this setup right here?
That's a 26 horse Subaru motor on it, 42-inch fan. I got 10 100 watt LED lights on the front.
How fast will it go with that?
Just push fan, probably 10, 12 miles an hour.
But you're just using it for bow fishing, right?
Right. Basically, just like a upgraded trolling motor.
And that's the controls up there?
Right.
Man, that's pretty slick.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's one of them.
Well, man, y'all get on out of here. I appreciate y'all letting me talk to you for a minute. That's a slick setup.
Thanks, man.
All right, y'all be good, man. Be safe. You ain't even gonna try in Alabama. It's awesome. Love these people. I say these people. I mean, it's basically like East Louisiana. We're all the same down here in the South. If you ain't come down to the South and got you some, you need to come down here and get you some, because God built the South, and then he said, well, how's everybody gonna know how awesome it is if I don't make other places? And then he built the rest of the world. All right, guys, it's the day after the Guntersville Trail down here in beautiful Guntersville, Alabama. I'm coming back out and gonna go fishing. So during the tournaments, I can fish, but not really. So tournament's over, got the water to myself. Everybody else is going home. I'm gonna go out to see if I can't put a big old Guntersville bucket mouth in the boat. And even if I don't, I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna catch a lot of fish. And I'm gonna be out here with God and the birds, because there's only one other person out here. Look at those sun rays over there. Look at that. No, seriously, look. No, let them look. Go, people. Behold! So basically we're sitting in a depression between two flats, and that depression's an old road bed, and the old road bed's got eelgrass on it, which everywhere else is milfoil and other types of grass, but this eelgrass seems to be where the fish are stacked up. Here we go. Oh yeah. If you don't like a good jig bite, you ain't a bass fisherman. So anyway, fishing this eelgrass out here, and I'm in 8.9 foot of water. Not really working the same pattern Gene was working yesterday, moving over a little bit off of the drop And that's the third fish of the day, and they're flat chomping. So, all right guys, so what we're doing out here is we're fishing in a trough between two islands and two flats. And these spawning flats back here behind me are basically where the fish go to spawn. Now they're working their way back out to the main river channel, and this is a good staging area. When I first got here, I was fishing a plastic with an 1/8 ounce weight and just dragging it through the grass, and I caught a couple. But then when the wind picked up and I'm moving a little faster, I like to use the wind instead of anchoring, at least until it gets unmanageable. So you got to go to a little bit heavier weight. So what I did is I tied on this Strike King football jig and wanted to add a little bulk to it. And so I added that Yamamoto flapping hog. I like that flapping hog because it's got some appendages, it moves well in the water, but also it's got that salt flavor that Yamamoto is famous for. So that right there, that jig, they call it a jig and pig if anytime the bait's got salt in it, but that jig and creature bait trailer right there is pretty much the ticket. Look at that guy. Choke that jig. Kayak Bassin is brought to you by Bonafide. Stability, agility, ultimate fishability. Fish USA, America's tackle shop. Kayak Bass Fishing, kayak anglers' premier resource. You know, a lot of times as kayak anglers, we're kind of like anti-boat traffic, but I'll be honest with you, out here in deeper water, in these flats, sometimes when these boats come by, the wave action really churns things up and it actually kind of activates the bite in a lot of cases. Got fish blowing up on the top, knocking shad up in the air. Here we go. Oh. Come here, dude. He's bulldogging. He don't want to come up. He don't want to come and say hi. Fun, fun. This fish has been caught a few times. See that right there? He don't really learn. Got a hook hole here and his mouth's torn open, it's healed back up, and he's still grinding. It's the Alabama sore mouth. One adjustment that I like to make when I'm fishing a jig in grass, especially grass I can pull the lure through, is I like to go from a faster, extra fast rod like I normally fish a jig with on harder bottom and wood to a more moderate action. So I'm using the 610 medium heavy moderate. What that does is that when that lure hangs up in the grass and I pull, the rod loads a little bit and then just kind of pulls it free. Whereas with an extra fast, it's gonna bind up, it's gonna potentially bury, and it just, I find I get a lot better feel with that moderate action because it bends and then pulls free and then bends and then pulls free. Plus if the fish hits it and it happens to be loaded, it gives it a little bit of give. Whereas with an extra fast rod, they'll pick it up and then if they feel you too fast, they'll spit it. Let it fall to the bottom. Keep the swoop out of your line with the wind and then start the slow drag. Feeling for the grass. Feeling for the grass. Doing the finger roll, take up slack, give back, hop, 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 give back. The give back is the ticket. That's a better fish. Oh yeah. That's what you need, 5 of them. And you can win a tournament anywhere in the country. That's a fatty right there. Yeah, buddy. Let's get this girl back in the water. Let's go get another one because there's a pod of them up there. There he is. You gotta be kidding me. Gotta be kidding me. Thank you, sir. Be gone, Dink. Here we go. It's a little guy. Show you guys what I'm catching these fish on. I was catching them on the jig, but what works really well is a plastic drug through the grass and something that has action without you having to move it a lot. And so this cowboy from Yamamoto is phenomenal. And then really all I'm doing is I've got an 1/8 ounce tungsten weight on there, throwing a little Cox juice on it for realism. And I've got to replenish these because I only brought one bag out, so I got to get in the truck and find another pack. And I'll be back out here to finish laying the smack down. Kayak Bassin is brought to you by Yak Attack, Nines, Yamamoto, Bending Branches, Lowrance, All right, guys, welcome back. So I had a little lunch, and I will admit that I took a little nap. And now it's time to get back out there, get focused. The wind picked up, so I grabbed my anchor from my anchor wizard. Mike Elsey, the national champion from this year's national championship, actually showed up and is fishing the same area. We're gonna head out there and see if he's fishing the same spot we were, or fishing in relative proximity, and then we're gonna connect with him and just share the water with a fellow kayak angler who just happened to have won the biggest tournament in kayak fishing this year a couple months ago. So anyway, let's head out there and catch up with Mike. Y'all scream family fishing. He was over there just like chomping at the bit before y'all even ready, casting off the back of the boat. So we love it. I marked some fish over there. I just don't know if they're like giant gizzard shad, because those gizzard shad will school like that. Oops, sorry. Or if it's actually bass. So we're here in Guntersville because the 2020 Kayak Bass Fishing National Championship will be hosted in this very location. But for 2019, we have a KBF trail event here with 161 anglers signed up, which is a record turnout for a KBF trail. The bonus bucks and all that kind of stuff, so to keep from keeping y'all back.
Oh crap, they're schooling right there. Light crankbait and the wind don't mix sometimes. Yeah, they're schooling right here in front of me. You see this big bait ball out here? They're getting ready to start busting.
So a couple of times, we were in the right place at the right time. The graph was lighting up with fish. It was lighting up with bait. And you could even see the streaks where the fish were running through the bait, just mauling them. And man, there's probably no more exciting type of fishing or no more exciting time of fishing when a surface frenzy erupts and you're right in the middle of it. There they are. Oh yeah, that's it right there. That's it, that's it. That's what we've been, oh yeah. There they go, there they go, there they go, there they go. That's what we've been waiting on.
Fish on. Oh yeah, there we go. Decent fish. Man, they fight hard here. Oh, big one with him. Oh my goodness, you see that? Holy smokes. Giant one come up. Oh, look at that, I got two. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, look at that. there was a third one, and that third one was a giant, like a 5 or 6 pounder. They came up and tried to get this bait out of these two. Look at that. One on each hook. I gotta admit, that's the first time I've actually done that. I've seen it done before. I take that back. I have caught 2 once on a jerkbait. But on a smaller creek like that, that's a first for me. How about that?
There he is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Get that other bait, y'all. Get that other bait. Get that other bait. Get that other bait. You know you want it. There's 3 with him. There's nothing more fun than being out there with a buddy and having a whole bunch of back-to-back-to-back double hookups. Nice. Doubling up on Guntersville, baby.
I'll try to get this done without them getting me. There's one, 15-incher. This one's a little bit smaller. Man, that third one that came up after these could have swallowed this one. He was huge. She was huge. Oh, that's money right there. Let's get some more. I can't believe that was on camera too, man. Oh, shoot.
Kayak Bassin is brought to you by Yak Attack, Nines, Yamamoto, Bending Branches, Lowrance, You know, it might be because I'm getting older, but I like to think I've always been, really appreciative of kind of the moment. And the thing I like the most about kayak fishing is the fact that you get like so many of these moments, so many of these opportunities to be in these places at the right time with the right conditions, to just really sit back in awe of like this planet and the places and the people and the opportunities and the blessings and all that. Sometimes it's like inspirational, sometimes it makes you want to do something, sometimes it's emotional, makes you want to do nothing but just be there in it. Sometimes it's nothing, and that's okay. One of the beautiful things about Guntersville is it's one of the most famous bass fishing lakes in the world, one of the most heavily trafficked, yet you can always find water to yourself. Several times throughout the course of my trip here, the times that I come down, whether it's the winter time, the summertime, the spring, or at the peak of tournament season, I can always find water to myself. You think of these big reservoirs as one lake, but really what they are is they're a collection of smaller lakes and creek arms and backwater pockets and bays, and Guntersville has an unlimited number of those so that you can always explore and look for opportunities to find new waters, unpressured waters. But what's even more impressive is that even when you are in an area with a lot of boat traffic, the anglers are respectful, it's a community feel. It's just a crazy, beautiful, and awesome place. Oh yeah, and it's got some big old bass.
I've been here twice in my lifetime, and it's been probably 10 years or so, I bet, or maybe even longer since I was here last. Both tournaments that I was in just happened to be fall events too, so I've never actually been down here this time of year. But it is such a beautiful place. I could move here in a heartbeat. I love this lake. There he is. Right up beside you.
Long and skinny. Perfect kayak tournament fish. They don't weigh with a darn, but it's post-spawn. This fish is post-spawn. You can even see the sores. It's been beat up. Skinny as a rail. It is spawned out. So we're gonna get her back in the water here. We're gonna go catch some more. She needs to eat some more anyway, so. There she goes. Yeehaw. It's on, man, they're biting.
Here we go. Fish on. You know, fishing with really competitive anglers can be a double-edged sword. You know, sometimes it's great to fish with guys that have a lot of knowledge, that are willing to share it and get out there and kind of make each other better. But at the same time, I think fishing with another angler that's uber competitive sometimes takes you off your game when you start to fish a little faster, rush the process, or do things you might not do otherwise. So it's always great to get out there and challenge yourself against other anglers. You just have to be careful that you don't change your mindset just because of the person you're fishing with. You know, Mike, this is that just a little bit too much wind, you know what I mean? It keeps them from schooling on the surface as much, but I also think it scatters the school of bass, and so you got a lot better chance at those roaming fish.
Yeah, it does. It's both advantages and disadvantages.
You know, it's not as good for the topwater bite, but it's definitely
true. But at the same time, though, they don't get as spooky, though.
Right, it can turn on the numbers too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You get that wave action going, and it really fires things up.
Yeah, it does. Hopefully there'll be another little wave pick up. Yep, like that. Here anytime, right? I think this is a grown one too. Yeah, not bad. Nice fish, actually. Come here. Skinny. And there he goes. All right, so everybody knows that a chatterbait is a fish catching machine. This is a Yamamoto shad-tailed trailer. I forget exactly the name of it, but use it. You know, it's jointed. It's got a lot of action to it, and it has a forked tail. Which, before I changed to this particular trailer, I had a paddle tail trailer on there, so you can see the difference. Number one, this is just a little more subtle and a smaller profile. So that's just the change a lot of times that I'll make, is I'll just play around with the trailers much. You can't really do a whole lot with the blades. I mean, you can change some sizes and so forth, but these things just, you know, they just catch fish. So there's a tip on bladed jigs, the trailers. I just can't get over how pretty this place is.
I know,
It's
man.
gorgeous.
He ain't got no buddies with him, so. Well, guys, that is gonna do it. I gotta thank Mike Elsey, the 2019 Kayak Bass Fishing National Champion, for coming out here to spend a little time, showing up and bowing up so we can, you know, share the water again. And I was thankful to get a few hours out on the water by myself and just take a relaxing day up here on Guntersville to fish without any pressure. And I think the only thing better than what we did today is coming back out here tomorrow and doing it again. There's a fish waking up there.
Yep.
It's not a big one, but there's a big one behind it.
Go get him. There's something right here in front of us. School shed right here.